Hello and welcome to TMTOOH. What's wrong with that?
You know, so the bit where we go 3, 2, 1, and then,
yeah,
as I instructed,
Gwen.
leave an awkward little pause and then say hello.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, the awkward little pause didn't really need to be there.
All right. Anyway, good evening, everyone. Hello, welcome to Too Much Time on Our Hands.
What's up?
Everyone, wave, because that's blatantly no one really waits for the wave. Let's face it. We could just give everyone the finger. We won't.
Let's
we
not.
love you all. Right, I'm just waffling. So sadly we have no Tom tonight because he fell into the Matrix again whilst charging a Tesla. Because now that is the dangers of Teslas; they will drag you into the Matrix.
Yeah, well, he tried to charge a Tesla up by plugging a Nissan Leaf into it, and it opened some sort of singularity.
Yeah. Though apparently on the message he said he was trying to dock with it. Anyway, who knows what that means. So without further ado, it's just three of us tonight. We've got Russ.
Bonjour.
Hi, Russ.
Hmm.
Parle français. And we've got Dan.
Hello. Hello, Duncan. How are you as well?
I'm all right. Actually, a bit tired. Bit worried that the boiler's gonna break again.
Get the energy
and
up.
Pour water everywhere. Energy up.
I don't give a shit.
The best thing is,
We've got one person
watching.
Dan
I'm going
doesn't
to
give a
move you
shit.
to the top of the stack because it's bothering me having an upside down triangle.
Oh, is that really going to bother you?
Why would it let me do?
Oh my god!
It won't let me put one on top and two underneath. That's really bothering me, guys. We look unstable.
Russ is gonna be fidgeting all night.
We look unstable.
Yeah,
How do you arrange three things? You put two and then one on top of the other two, don't you?
Oh no, I can't do that either.
If you've got three,
not letting me do that.
If you've got three chocolate bars to stack up, you put two next to each other and one on top of the other two, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but gravity's not an issue when it comes to
Yes, it is. Metaphorical gravity.
Metagravity.
Why am I at the bottom now?
You know, I've been fiddling with it.
Because-
You'll pop up in a minute.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
going to put Duncan at the top because he's just a little head otherwise.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Yeah, no worries. Just a little head.
We survived chickenpox. That is the biggest news. We
Well
got
done,
through that.
Duncan.
Just ignoring this now. Yeah, that was
Congratulations.
bloody awful.
Mm.
Anyway, tonight we're back. It's wonderful to be back. We had lost Russ for a couple of weeks, but we found him again, just rummaging in some bins. He was just looking for some plugs.
It's not where you look for bins, because if you're following the law, you're recycling them using WE standards, I believe.
Yeah, you should
throwing
be...
a plug away is illegal because it's got electrical components like a fuse in it.
There's valuable components in those that can be recovered, and you should. You should. And you got to make sure
And
they're
Russ
properly
would
being
fucking know
recycled,
that.
not just wish cycling. You can't just chuck whatever you. Just because you've chucked it in the green bin doesn't mean it's going to get recycled. Got to do it properly.
That's definitely killed a couple of minutes. So Dan,
This is
you, 'cause
utterly
this
off
was your
topic and
idea.
completely boring. But so where I work, we've got a part that does like recycling.
Fuck me, he's about to make it about plugs.
Of IT stuff. And like there are these machines that you can like drop a server into, and out the bottom come all the different components that you can recycle. There's a thing.
I've got loads of
That's
stuff I need to
absolutely
recycle.
awesome.
Can I
Yeah,
give it to you?
it looks like so much. There's this machine that's like, it's just like loads of massive thick chains that flail round and just smash the shit out of stuff. And they've got those those shredders that you've seen on YouTube that you can shred anything in. They've got a bunch of those as well that you can like put hard drives through and things like that.
I've got like a load of old TVs, an old microwave. Can I bring them over and you'll just chuck them in there for us?
Broadly, yeah.
Serious? I was joking.
I mean,
We did do like we did a day at work where you can bring in all the old shit that you've got cluttering up your house. You can bring it in and it will get like safely, securely recycled with the proceeds going to charity. And people brought in amazing stuff.
Did you take any of it home? Did you look at? Did you?
They did.
Did you
So
see,
like
a
they
particularly
had.
sexy kettle lead.
They did get like. They worked out at the end. They had one of every single model of iPod at the end, so they've like framed them as like a timeline.
Oh, what an
That's
iPod
awesome.
Classic!
Like all of like going back to the original like non-touch wheel ones with the clicky buttons.
Why would you throw away an iPod Classic? They are the
If
best
it
iPod.
doesn't work, it doesn't work, does it?
still paperweight. Like, I don't know.
Yeah,
iPod Classic's the best.
That's pretty awesome. When I come for a funeral, I can bring an old printer, and then can I give that to you?
What?
I mean, so no, because it's not my job, and I don't actually work in that part. And I would just rock up at the office with an old printer, going, "Oh, I don't know what to do with this really."
Oh, can I just?
I'll probably just
what's
put
that?
it in the bin.
Chuck.
Oh well.
Anyway, podcast. Come on, guys.
Anyway, our podcast.
Stop getting
So Dan
sidetracked.
came up with an idea.
I wanted to do another Warhammer podcast. I'm just going to put that one out there right now. That was my first choice. But we're doing Video Game Awards.
No, your first choice was what we're doing
Your first
tonight,
choice. Your first choice was the one that we're doing tonight, which you told us to, and then I realised about 15 minutes before we start that you had gone off on a tangent.
About a minute afterwards, I thought I wanted to do another Warhammer one.
No, you put no.
We'll do that. We'll do that next week.
Let's do awards.
You see,
And
I
then you change
think
mine.
we can only do it when Tom's not here, because otherwise Tom will sit there just mercilessly bullying us. Because we haven't converted Tom to Warhammer yet. We've got him onto D&D, but not Warhammer.
That's only a matter of time.
That's when he truly loses any kind of inheritance. Like, if we can get him with a small, I don't know, Blood Angels army or something.
Yeah. Especially one of the really fucking nerdy armies.
Exactly, yeah.
But doesn't he
Put the subject to an audience vote. I like it.
All right, let's do an audience vote.
No,
why not?
We've got it planned now for this one.
Never ask the public.
I'll tell you what. In
I
future,
know,
we might do that, because we are changing up how we do the podcast. If you like the news, I'm sorry to say, it's probably gone by the wayside now. I argued for it repeatedly, obviously, because it's my favourite podcast. I was doing the news podcast. One of my favourite things in the world is 5 minutes before the podcast opening about 20 tabs for comicbook.com and then just reading verbatim stuff they've got written on there. So if you want the news, literally just go to comicbook.com. It's all on there. So yeah, Dan votes Warhammer. We'll do it. We might do it next week. If we don't do it next week, we'll do it the week after.
We'll do it in the next couple of weeks, yeah.
Yeah. But it's going to happen. So we're going to do either made up awards for video game characters, or I've got a couple that are like actual awards that I would give to a video game character as well.
Okay.
All right, you've actually got proper awards.
I've got
that's
one.
great. This is partly inspired because of the latest Gridiron Gentleman podcast.
It's award season, dude.
It was awards season. We've had
It
the
is.
Grammys. The Oscars are probably around the corner.
They are. Got the Golden Globes, got the Brits. In
I've
case
got
you're
two
wondering,
Golden Globes.
1975, and Harry Styles are playing the Brits. So
Do you know
means
what?
they won't be on
Out
another
of those
channel.
Out of those two, I'd probably prefer Harry Styles. 1975 just sucked the lot of everything.
I can't believe they're still going.
people love them. They are absolutely massive now. Like they are. Someone said to me that they might be the biggest band on the planet at the moment, and I was like, no. And then I stopped to think about it and went, oh, they might be. Actually,
yeah, that does just go to show you how the word band doesn't really mean what it used to.
No, get off my lawn. So just, it's not like Led Zeppelin. They're a proper band. So we're going to do video game awards, and then going forward for the next 3-4 weeks, we're going to be doing. What are you laughing at? What's that for?
You said the word.
What?
You said the management word of going forward. Time is linear. You can't go backwards. Fucking stupid phrase.
Yeah, but going forward doesn't necessarily imply that you're talking about a temporal change. You could be.
And it also could mean
physical
like from
thing. People don't stand up enough in defence of wanky management speak, do they?
And also, going forward's not a wanky management.
We'll circle back on this when you've got some more bandwidth.
No, it's not.
There's
many more wanky management.
Yeah, look, we can blue sky this later. You know, let's
and find some synergy. Right. Okay. Sorry, Dan. Go on.
So
going forward,
future podcasts, is that allowed? Even though it means exactly the same fucking thing.
Yeah,
in
but
future
that's
podcasts,
not wanky.
there won't be any news. anymore. We might do the odd news story at the start or end of a pod. But what we're going to do...
If something's really juicy has happened, yeah.
Yeah, and then what we'll do is we'll do a whole topic on it instead. We're going to go into more detail, like, topics. I think we realised that no one really likes the news podcasts. So we're going to, for the next 3 weeks, we're going to be doing fun topics like the one we're doing tonight, if you class that as fun. Might do a searching questions over the next few weeks as well. And then after then, we're going to go to a slightly different format, but we'll get onto that when we get to there. I'm gesticulating like a manager as well at the moment as well. Anyway.
Nice.
Yeah, tonight. Video Game Awards. Then we'll do Warhammer next week. Right, so the idea is we want video game characters that have put in a decent turn in a video game and should deserve an award for it. So yeah, that's all I got. It was kind of like a last minute thing. Who wants to kick us off?
That was your idea. You kick us off with maybe a serious one.
I will do. Best supporting actress goes to GLaDOS. Steals the show.
Yeah.
Does the majority of the talking. Also up for the award, best supporting actor as well, would be Wheatley as well while we're at it. So Wheatley and GLaDOS probably both deserve to win awards for that.
Yeah, I mean GLaDOS has managed to be in it twice.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's one of those. It's almost too good. Like you're ruining it for everyone else now. Like nobody else can do a homicidal computer for a good long while.
Well, it would now any take on that would now be a parody of GLaDOS.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're right. You can't do it anymore because everyone will be doing a poor GLaDOS impression.
Or if they do, it needs to be done differently. It can't be well-spoken female voice while it's trying to murder you.
Or in the form of song.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you definitely can't try and do anything funny or weird with it.
Yeah, no one's... that kind of killed it, didn't it? That immediately. Both songs are brilliant as well, by the way, at the end of both games. But you definitely can't... do Still Alive or something equivalent. You can't do a funny song at the end of a game without it sounding like you're really copying. I forgot the name of the game. Portal. Good lord. So yeah.
What was the second song? Was the I used to want you dead, now I just want you gone.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, it's too good. Yeah. Too good.
What about Johnny Silverhand for best supporting role? I like that, Dan. Yes, Johnny Silverhand definitely is best supporting role. Keanu Reeves are local to Hertfordshire now as well.
Yeah. Fucking hell, that's weird.
What was he doing in Tring?
He popped into the Robin Hood in Tring for a chip supper.
Yeah, and then went into the kitchen to thank the chef for the meal.
He had a pint of seafarers and like a fish and chip butty or something.
He's just fucking awesome. Like, I do love the idea that our chances of him just being in a pub in St Albans when we're in a pub in St Albans is greatly increased.
But you wouldn't believe it, would you?
Wow.
No.
Unless this was like a really convincing lookalike who's just chancing his arm.
It's not.
But I don't think it is.
Apparently Jeff Goldblum was in Hertfordshire this week as well.
I mean, if there's some amazing Jeff Goldblum like entry into the John Wick universe happening and being filmed around Aylesbury, that will be absolutely fine.
I would watch a crossover with is it the Grandmaster? Is that his name
that is a character that would probably slip quite easily into the John Wick universe.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. I would watch John Wick in like the arena taking on like loads of gladiators. Like we should do ridiculous crossovers at some point. Add that to the list as well. But yeah, he's just hanging out in Tring. I don't know why.
Amazing.
Yeah, fair play.
That's amazing. Wow. What a guy.
And apparently just being a thoroughly nice bloke to anyone that spoke to him.
Yeah.
As is
Terry
his
works down
reputation.
the road in Tring. Terry is the biggest Keanu Reeves fan I know. And he was like, I'm glad I didn't meet him because I don't think I'd know what to say to him.
I'd have just screamed and wet myself.
Yeah, me too. It was like when Dave Vanian came in my shop. And it was like, I've got to go and say something because if I don't, I'll know I'll regret it. But as soon as I'd said something, I also regretted it.
It's probably
I
a bit of a
instantly
no-win
regretted
situation.
it. Yeah, I just went up to him and said, "You're my absolute hero." Shook his hand and went, "I'm going to leave you alone now," and ran away.
And he's like, "But I want some help with this."
Yeah, no, gotta
Not
go.
me. Ask one of the young people. They don't know who you are.
Yeah. They think the Sex Pistols were better. They're wrong. Yeah. So yeah, it was a moment, to say the least.
Nice.
Yeah, GLaDOS winning Best Supporting Actress, and also, while we're at it, Wheatley winning Best Supporting Actor. Hotly contested. Johnny Silverhand for his role in Cyberpunk, which I'm sure Dan will vouch for, is pretty fucking good now, apparently.
Yeah, I'm going to dip back into it. I think I just need to spend a mere 60, 70 hours completing GoldenEye on every difficulty level to get all the cheats.
Are you actually playing that?
I've already played it the entire way through once since it was released. It's proper. You still have to remember it's 25 years old. Like, it would get laughed down the road if it was released as a modern shooter.
I played
It is better.
Jedi Academy or something, one of those ones, and it felt virtually unplayable.
Yeah, they, especially trying to do the lightsaber stuff, was a bit quick.
Yeah.
So having two sticks that move the way you think they would move is much better for GoldenEye. Like, it does work nicely, but it's still, clunky, and of that. Like, it's so, like, you walk around the corner and see an enemy, and they spend a good 6 or 7 seconds lining up a shot on you, because that is how long it takes to, like, nudge your crosshairs into the right place to actually shoot them. There's none of this, like, snap reaction stuff that you get in Modern Warfare. But yeah, absolutely cracking still.
Okay, well, once you've done that, maybe play a smaller game like Cyberpunk.
Yeah.
So yeah. Wait, Cyberpunk is DLC coming out later this year, so worth waiting until that comes out to play. There you go.
Probably break it again, won't it?
Probably. Cyberpunk is the game that's making me look at new graphics cards, because I loaded it up on my graphics card and went, the water doesn't look right, and just been like, I can't be having this. Also, I played a game and I couldn't play it on ultra settings, and that didn't love that.
A lot of the time, it's not your, like, sometimes it's just like the optimization in the game is not perfect.
I've been playing Flight Sim, Russ, or I tell a lie. I played about 2 hours of Flight Sim, and I've just got to a point where they're letting me fly a plane. So it's
quite right. You shouldn't just be allowed to strap yourself in and fuck off, should you?
But even in a virtual plane, it's taken me this long to them to be going, okay, yeah, no, this will be dangerous if we let you fly it. So
yeah, that game is an absolute bastard. If you put it on like the ultra settings, like, oh my god, look at that, looks incredible, and you take it off pause, and you're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, this ain't happening.
So good though, so much fun. Also, they've added like loads of planes, but each plane's like 30 quid each. So, like, I could fly an F-35 if I want to, but it's going to cost me £30.
Yeah, so also, remember, it's quite a realistic simulation, so it's just going to be extremely difficult, and you will crash into a mountain.
Flying an F-35 straight into the sea, basically,
yeah,
is what it will be. Yeah.
But people have put up, like, you can download flight plans and stuff, so people have set up, like, flight plans that mimic the attack run from Top Gun.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's part of the DLC, is you've got to do it under the time, apparently, which, that sounds like so much fun. I want to do that. Someone did apparently the fastest flight from, was it New York to LA? Is that right? Like, was done on the Blackbird originally. So someone's now done it in the Dark Star in game from Top Gun, and it beats it by like an hour. So it's
not a real aircraft.
Not a real aircraft, but it does a good job,
Although they did have a real thing that took off and could fly, but it was just sort of a slightly, like, mocked up, because the bit where it flies over what's his name from The Rock, Christ, what's his name, Ed Harris. Yeah, that was like done for real. They actually flew a plane about 10 feet above his head, because there's no way you could have done that with CG.
I was looking up how they did the Su-57s because, like, obviously Rush didn't go, yeah, sure, have them for your American propaganda film. Yeah, no worries. Yeah. They were obviously CGI, so like I'm guessing they had planes in there and they just CGI'd the Su-57s over the top of them.
Pretty much anytime you see two aircraft on screen at the same time, one of them is CGI, because they would never ever be that close together, because it's insanely dangerous and it wouldn't work tactically either. So if you watch real dogfight footage, the other aircraft is like a speck on the screen. It would just look rubbish.
Yeah, well, that's why they couldn't be like, oh, this would be a cakewalk for the F-35. It would be, and a very boring film. F-35, it's over there somewhere. Hang on, there we go. Button hit. Okay, I'm going home now. Yeah. We still made this about Top Gun. Sorry, that's my fault.
Well, you know,
I haven't said continental breakfast once yet, by the way, either. It's coming. Continental breakfast.
La la.
La dee da. I'll have what I'm having. Oh God, there we go. So that's my award. What's everyone else got?
So the award for the worst day at work award, the worst day at work or worst first day on the job award goes to Leon from Resident Evil 2. It's my first day. Sorry.
He
Anyway.
yeah, it must be like cakewalk. Go rescue president's daughter. Where is she? Get to go to Europe. That's fun.
Resident Evil 2 is his first day on the job on the Raccoon City Police Force.
However, he's not on the Raccoon City Police Force when he's in Resident Evil 4, is he? He's like,
no, he's now like unspecified secret agency of some sort.
Something along those lines.
I don't think it's said that he's in the Secret Service, which is who you'd think would be, or the CIA. But
no,
it's just unspecified agency, isn't it?
But his man in the chair is a lady called Hunnigan. So, yeah.
So I would say he generally has the worst day at work. I mean, Dr. Freeman in Half-Life, pretty bad day. Yeah, you're doing
that is a bad day at work. It's not his.
Suddenly...
I don't think it's his first day on the job.
Resident Evil 2, by the way, I mean, it would be a better one because that was his first day on the job. Like he literally turns up, doesn't he, and it's happening. So
I will hold my hand up. I was thinking, well, maybe worst day at work or worst first day, and just mainly because I wanted a Leon.
I think
Tom's not here, so
I now think Resident Evil 4 might be better if it has Daniel Powter's "I've Had a Bad Day" playing like all the way through the whole game. That'd get you through the game pretty quickly, wouldn't it? Just to stop it from happening.
Especially if they just looped that bit where he's literally singing about having had a bad day.
And it's literally one of the villagers following you around with a stereo.
Well, they should do that thing. You know, the Smash Mouth song where they just take that one lyric and then make that the lyrics of the entire song.
You don't stop coming in, you don't stop coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do that with "And You've Had a Bad Day," which I think would work.
Because you've had a bad day, you've had a bad day, you've had a bad day, and you've had a bad
turn around,
day.
shoot it in the head. Suddenly the chicken
Keep that
head
for 6 or 7 hours, and you'll be throwing yourself at the zombies.
See Leon just like...
Another tragic victim.
Rescue herself. Just give her the suit of armour, she'll be fine.
Okay, well, so I've got one sort of linked to Half-Life 2, well, Half-Life all the way through then. The award for Best Facial Expressions Only Acting goes to Gordon Freeman, who manages to set up a series of quite involved, character-driven relationships with people, despite not speaking a fucking word throughout the entire set of games, however many of them there are. 3.333 games that there are. 2.
Can we add in the fella from Grand Theft Auto 3 was up for this award as well?
Yeah, but see, he misses out because too many people make a joke about him not saying anything.
It's a good point.
It's too on the nose.
Yeah.
I would say Doom Guy, because in the very first Doom,
he
all you have is his facial... in the
He
very
talks in the
first
new
Doom,
ones, and in
He
the old
talks in the
ones,
old ones as
he
well.
doesn't so much interact with people as
No, he
just blow
doesn't.
their faces off.
He does.
He doesn't.
He
In the very first
mutters
Doom,
things.
he doesn't say a single word. All you have on the screen in the very whatever it was 1990 something.
Yeah, he doesn't say anything
you
in the
just
first
have
ones.
No, all you have is his face looking
I'm
around like this
thinking.
and
Do
going.
you know what I'm thinking of? I'm thinking of Duke Nukem. That's where I've gone.
Duke
Doomguy
Nukem
doesn't
was-
talk. You're right.
And he does say some stuff in the, like, what's it called, Doom Eternal.
Does he?
Yeah, I think he like growls a word or two,
Hmm.
but by his standards, it's fairly talky.
Doomguy would
there is
love
a lot of
Warhammer 40k,
grunts.
by the way. I'm just going to put that out there.
Doom
He
Guy,
would love
in
that.
it.
there's quite a bit of crossover between those properties, isn't there?
Yes, there is. Yes.
He might be considered heretical as well.
No, he's out there fucking fighting demons like a fucking boss. Like he's.
Yeah, but I mean, he is touched as well, isn't he?
I missed that part. Like the part of the game there was no like emotional drama in my one. It was literally just like run around shooting demons. I didn't see him get touched. Is that something that happened?
Suddenly goes very gritty drama.
Show
I
me
thought he
on
was-
this little Doomguy doll where.
Show me where the demon touched
I
you.
thought not like that.
Yeah,
I thought he was
we,
like-
we were making a joke.
Because he's not actually human, is he? It
Yeah.
turns out.
He's like
Isn't he untold millions of years old and is like this mythical hero that gets woken up every now and then to fight the powers of hell?
maybe. I was too busy just going get me into a room with demons, basically.
I don't think it's really a game where you need to worry too much about the story.
There is quite a lot of
No.
story in it, though. I remember that much.
Doom Eternal is like very plot driven
Mm.
in a
So was the first
thing that involves so many
first of the new ones.
people getting their eyeballs blown out by shotguns.
That first Doom, Doom 2016 is absolutely incredible. Doom Eternal had a few too many. We've given you some jumping mechanics, so here we have some platforming. I didn't ask for that. Just put me in a room with some demons, make me shoot them for like 20 hours, and I'm happy. Okay, that's all I want from this fucking game. Just put me in those rooms so I can run around shooting demons in the face and pulling their eyes out and whatever.
Quality.
And chainsaw them to get ammo, like in real life. Yeah, okay, I like that. So yeah, Leon S. Kennedy
I
gets
agree.
the Bad Day
Morgan
Award
Freeman
and
gets
Morgan
the-
Freeman's Face Expression Award. Yeah,
Gordon Freeman, not Morgan Freeman.
Morgan.
Morgan Freeman is also very good at acting with his face, but he does talk too, as far as I'm aware.
Do you know what? All I can think of is always it's Morgan, not Gordon. I don't know why. I would call him Morgan Freeman. I was like,
Not Morgan Freeman, no.
I mean, a younger
was
Morgan Freeman could have played quite a good Gordon Freeman.
Yeah.
Rocks a good
Yeah.
goatee. That's good in glasses.
Mhm.
It's got that
True.
sort of scientific gravitas.
Yeah, this is a very good point.
Okay, I've got another one.
No. What have you got?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've got.
got loads of fucking Space Marines, by the way, just so you know.
I've got business, entrepreneurial business of the year
Mm-hmm.
goes to Trevor Phillips Enterprises because of the way he diversifies his business operations and explores new avenues, and for his unique way of business takeover. Yeah, I think Trevor Phillips Enterprises wins Business Development and Entrepreneurial Spirit Award.
Nice, yeah. Yeah, so a real like ground up American dream type story, isn't it?
It is,
Really
yeah,
is.
of him taking lots of meth and fucking someone's cuddly toy. It's so grim.
Mr.
It's
Raspberry
so
Jam.
grim.
I believe
Yeah,
it's
that's
called.
the one. Yeah, it's so grim though.
It is horrific. Oh, he's such a great character because he's just like, oh, that's how you want to play these games, is it? Okay, well, here you go.
I love every now and then if you cut to him, he's just in the middle of a fight as well.
Yeah.
You just come in and you're like, oh god, where am I?
Yeah,
And he's also the smartest character in the whole games. Like he comes out, he's like clever. He is properly the smartest one out of all.
He's
of
an
them.
absolute psychopath. He's like,
Well,
yeah.
he is also that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
But I mean, shows how up to date with games I am. So, yeah, I decided to go for that real modern recent game of Grand Theft Auto 5. Yeah.
I don't think any of us have gone for a recent game, if I'm honest with you. So
No, recent games are difficult and require fast reflexes.
sadly, quite true there, Russ. That's a problem. You got any more, Russ?
Yeah. So I would like to give the award for really enjoyable dialogue that doesn't make me try and skip everything, and for having great side quests that you couldn't have just done yourself, you useless bastard, goes to the NPCs in Zelda games. Who have some of the most annoying trying to be funny dialogue that you can get stuck in ridiculous loops of because you're frantically tapping the fucking skip it button, which at one point that you don't quite realise becomes the start conversation over again from the beginning button. And they're just not funny. They all try to be funny and quippy and jokey, and they're just annoying. I don't like them. Also, most of the stuff they ask you to do, fucking do it yourself. I don't want that sword. It's not as good as the sword I've got. Go and find all those rocks that you dropped yourself.
I've got one.
Go for it.
It's the Can It Wait for a Bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations award. Goes to Gareth Varkarian for Can It Wait a Bit? I'm in the middle of some calibrations.
Yeah.
Gareth, you're the only one I ever want to speak to, buddy.
I've just gone through Mass Effect 2 again.
Oh, really?
And like, you've got to talk to them all, or they won't be happy and motivated enough not to die on you in the last mission. So you've got to keep going. Anything new, buddy? Same old line, is it? Right. Fuck you.
I'm trying.
I'm off to talk to Yeoman Chambers again. I'm
trying here, and you're not meeting me halfway, okay? Do you not understand that what I'm trying to do is keep you alive, okay? Can you just meet me halfway? Have some witty banter. The Doctor, he sang a fucking song. Like, can you not... Nothing? No?
I know that if I forget to come and see you after one mission, and I get the wrong one, you're not coming back from the collector base. So let's just, let's try and engage a little and not be quite so hair trigger to suddenly go all unmotivated in the middle of a life and death mission.
Also, this is kind of more of a technical award. The award for I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favourite store in the Citadel, that goes to Commander Shepard for I'm Commander Shepard and this is my favourite store in the Citadel.
I don't know if did they think it was funny, or did they forget to record some like alternate lines for...
I think they thought it was funny, but in the end it just kind of becomes annoying.
Because by the end there's like a row of 6 shops and you walk past all of them getting the same sound clip out of all of them.
It is kind of funny, to be fair.
It's quite funny.
Like, it's not funny.
I like the guy that you can go and lie to about fish.
Yeah.
For no real reason. That's quite good.
Oh, God. It was nice when BioWare were good, wasn't
it? Hey, new Mass Effect game. It could be good. I know that's what we all said about Andromeda.
Yeah.
But then there was that 3 years where all they showed us was the same tree from different angles. And that raised some flags.
But we're waiting another 4 years for that game anyway, because we've still got Dreadwolf, the new Dragon Age game, to come out.
Yeah, I don't think there's much more than a poster for that game at the moment.
No. And I mean, since since Dragon Age Inquisition, we've had Mass Effect Andromeda and Anthem, which are, both really good games. So both did a really good job. So yeah, I'm sure this one will be just great.
Mass Effect was like, what if it's like Mass Effect, but instead of the people you care about, it's a bunch of fucking randoms whose faces don't work properly?
His faces don't work properly, and also they all feel like cheap alternatives to the people that you did care about. What if you have the same amount of quests, but we spread them out over a really big distance as well? So it's like a ton of driving through land that's trying to kill you because it's too cold or too hot. What about that? Would that be fun? What if the storyline's just a bit rubbish as well? Just it's a tire fire, that game. Well, it's not. It's just bad by the standards, the excellent standards set by the other Mass Effect games.
I just couldn't get more than a few missions into it. It just didn't grab me at all.
Yeah.
Whereas the other ones, I will play over and over and over again quite happily, even though I know exactly what happens.
They're so good. Those three. Even Mass Effect 3 is a good game, except for the ending, obviously. But like, even up to then, it's a good game. So
even like it's literally just like the ending cutscene that's disappointing.
Yeah, it's the feeling that you haven't really affected anything. That's really the biggest issue, isn't it? So
yeah, although actually having to have a conversation with an annoying representation of a galactic intelligence manifested in the form of a small child is quite boring.
It's a bit Matrix, isn't it? And not good Matrix.
Yeah,
It's a bit shit Matrix. Yeah.
But yeah, everything up to that's pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. Any more from any more? Any more for any more even? That's what I'm saying. Funny.
So I have the Big Damn Hero Award for stepping in exactly right time and saving us all, which goes to the big long thin one in Tetris. Absolute legend. Just literally nobody else would be able to pull it off. In they come.
Never sad to see it. Never.
What, the only time you'd be sad to see it is when you've got a big, long, deep hole with like one block on top.
Yeah.
And then you get the 4 at a point when you can't use it.
Yeah. That's true. No, yeah,
it's pretty much always welcome. It's never a problem, is it? It never causes problems.
Yeah.
It's never going to leave you with an
always
unfillable gap, as it were.
It's always there that you can build around. So it's yeah, I like that. That's very good.
Award for completing their own stunts, like a stunt award. You know, stuntmen go without any kind of like recognition at any of these award things, especially when you're seeing films like Top Gun, obviously, where they all did their own stunts and it's all excellent. And you know, goes to Sonic and Lara Croft for frequently drowning in levels involving water, and then coming back and doing it again like pros. So yeah, congratulations Sonic and Lara Croft for that.
The Sonic 2, you're drowning, you've got 10 seconds left music.
Fuck you. No, it's Sonic 1. That's the one. Like the Labyrinth Zone, I have still not got past the Labyrinth Zone. I've completed Sonic 2. But the Labyrinth Zone, dun, 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 dun.
It just moves like treacle under the water, and it's always you're like 4 pixels away from getting out of the water, and then boom.
Yeah. Just I had to stop playing it as a kid, and I'm so traumatized. I will never play that again.
The underwater stuff, it's all just so the opposite of what Sonic should be.
Yeah.
Because it's slow and ponderous and fiddly, and you can't just fling yourself through it at 1,000 miles an hour.
To be fair, that might be what makes it good, though. Like, it's a bit traumatizing if you're playing it as a kid, watching this hedgehog slowly drown. But it's especially, I think the bubbles get more frequent as he starts to drown as well.
Yeah.
Like, he's really fighting for breath. Like, which is...
Yeah, they put a lot of effort into the drowning mechanic, as opposed to everything else, where he just goes, and falls off the screen.
Yep, that's fair.
Grim.
Sometimes he doesn't even land properly. Sometimes he lands, like, not in the ball. He just lands, like, feet first, which would, break his legs, obviously. But, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. I'm done anyway.
Let's try it with a real hedgehog.
Please don't.
Best award for best shift from main lead character to a geography teacher award goes to Kyle Katan.
Were there many? Was that a long list of nominations?
Give me another one. Oh, I suppose Nathan Drake goes to... No.
Nathan Drake a little bit.
Yeah. But even Nathan Drake's not... He's not quite Indiana Jones, is he? He's like, he does kind of like... He's there for the adventure, whereas Indiana Jones is there because it belongs in a museum. So
yeah. A little bit. Actually, mate, I think you'll find it belongs where it is at the moment. So if you all just fuck off, it'll be fine, wouldn't it?
Very true. Yes.
I did have a semi-serious one, but I've forgotten it. So they can't have been that good. I was actually just trying to get Inside on there because we haven't actually. I don't know. I think.
Ensemble Cast Award. Ensemble Cast Award for Excellence. You finished Inside, right?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. I was thinking of most faceless character you actually care about. Like you do care about.
That is any me I've ever played with in Wii Sports or any of the games that involve the Miis.
They sort of have. Do they have faces? They sort of have faces, don't they?
They have faces, yeah, but
very basic faces.
Yeah. Yeah, true.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
Okay, cool.
I'm done, by the way.
So I'd like to give the Fashion Trailblazer Award to someone who, in every single game, they're freshening up their look, they're bringing in new things, they're not afraid to make big changes, and that goes to Master Chief, who every iteration of that game is just busting out new colours, new combinations, new cuts, new patterns. It's an almost terrifyingly bold new look every single time. Which in no way involves sweaty nerds going, oh yes, no, this is actually the Mjolnir Mike 9 armour, and you can see there's real differences in the chest harness here, and that is obviously to accommodate the upgraded AI interface.
Russ,
fucking nerds.
You can't say that when we are those nerds. Like, it's...
You do worry a bit about people who can, like, at a glance tell you which mark of Spartan armour something is.
Okay, I know Tom's not going to watch this. Next week, right, when he's back on, just ask him dead seriously about Master Chief's armour. Okay.
But so, honestly, I know it's the same with any, like, same with the people who can tell what mark of Space Marine armour something is.
Don't do it, Russ.
No, come on, because to normal people it goes beaky ones with bobbly shoulders, ones what I used to play with, the new ones that are too big. They're the ones you can tell apart. If you can go into any more detail than that, you got a problem.
You know what the Mark 7 armour is. Don't tell me you don't know what the Mark 7 armour is, and what the Mark 6 armour is. And then the Mark 5 armour, the Mark 4 armour is the Crusade armour. You know this, Russ.
Don't
act
this.
Like you don't.
I've heard of these terms. I could not. Beakies, bobblies, classic ones that I remember.
Okay.
New ones.
What armour's Beaky armour?
I don't fucking know. Old armour.
Mark 6. You do know this. I know you know this.
I know
it's not just me, Russ.
I don't know this. I'm not just saying that because there's plenty of useless shit knocking around in my brain that I wish I didn't know. But
I think there are Mark 10
now. Was that Beaky armour the 1980s?
Yeah, that's Mark 6. Yeah. So the Mark 7's like the
Beaky armour is what they wear in like that's at the Horus Heresy era.
But then they've got the Crusader armour as well in the Horus Heresy, which I think is Mark 5 or 4.
Mark
one of
4.
Those ones. Yeah.
Anyway. Because that's what you can buy.
Who cares? Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know, but I kind of really walked into that
because we're not
one.
talking Warhammer.
No. Kaz says the worst thing about Labyrinth Zone is the countdown when Sonic doesn't get to the air bubble in time and dies with the dramatic music for me. 100%.
Yep,
yes,
absolutely.
It's horrible. Can't stand it.
A lot of things that crush you in the underwater levels as well, which are extremely unforgiving. There's no like
a lot of things
squeeze
with just
room.
Fucking spikes everywhere. So when you're in a panic trying to find the bubble, you often got no rings as well. And then the satisfying big ring doesn't come up.
Satisfying big ring.
Who doesn't love a satisfying big ring? to get through.
And I distinctly remember things happening where, like, you would jump, you'd hit that air bubble, but that air bubble stops your forward momentum, so then you drop straight down onto some spikes and die. That's definitely happened to me at least once.
I distinctly remember me throwing myself into one of the creatures just so I didn't have to deal with sonic drowning. Like, just getting it done quickly, basically.
I'll go out my way, damn it.
Going out my own terms. Yeah, exactly. Any more?
Yeah, the worst work person. I don't know. Hang on, work person.
You're not going to get cancelled for this. Don't worry, it's okay. You can get on with it.
Anyway,
workman
is Mario. You just wouldn't have him round as your plumber. Like, there are other people that
Recording
are far more
stopped.
useful. Who stopped the recording?
Not me. It just stopped on its own. I don't know why it did that.
We...
The insufficient disk space. Well, shit.
Dan's hard drive's full.
So I should clear my hard drive / buy a new one.
This is the problem of having gigabyte after gigabyte of meticulously labelled pornography. You don't need to hoard it all anymore.
You can stream it all. I don't need that. I've got it all in magazines anyway.
Everyone. Mario's just.
They never get bad signal, do they?
No.
Yeah, Mario is like, if you needed some plumbing work done and Mario turned up, you'd be like, yeah, I think I might just go back to Checker Trade actually, because all of this is not filling me with confidence that you're going to do a competent job.
Why are you jumping down the fucking toilet? What are you doing, you weirdo?
Whereas, obviously, in Mower Simulator, you need someone to mow your lawn. You get someone to mow your lawn.
Well, if you didn't in Mower Simulator, then
well,
that would be concerning, wouldn't it?
But
like,
you've got Mario jumping around looking like a plumber, saying, I'm a plumber, not a plumber.
They've never done like Mario Plumbing Simulator, though, have they?
No, I don't think they have, really.
Like, got to get rid of a particularly stubborn turd, like from someone's loo.
Technically, like, the Ghostbusters are technically there as a form of pest control.
They absolutely are. They had kind of advertised themselves as that as well. So yeah,
exactly. So they actually do the job that they're meant to do. So I don't know anyone worse than Mario for actually doing the job it's meant to do.
Well, if it's between them and Ghostbusters, then yeah, the Ghostbusters are much better at their job than Mario is. Although technically Mario's defeated a few ghosts in his time as well, so maybe Mario should be a Ghostbuster. We need to do a searching questions at some point, I think.
Also, that maybe the scientists in Half-Life, they're pretty shit at their job. That went horribly wrong.
It did, but also it only went wrong because they were initially quite good at their jobs.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I've never fucking played it. I'm just guessing. So I've still not played it. Fuck you, Tom. Never going to play it. Do you know what I'm going to play instead? Just Leisure Suit Larry. I don't know. Just some like really fucking offensive shit like that.
And we all know you're just going to go and play Forza. Like,
yeah, I've not put the time into Forza. It's coming up saying 23% complete on Forza, and that actually upsets me a little bit because I love that game. So maybe I'll put some more time into Forza at some point.
Yeah, I've been playing through Forza 5er.
You have further ahead than me.
I don't know. How do you find out how far through it you are?
Are you when you go and do like jumps and stuff? Are you finding that you're top rather than me?
On quite a lot of them, yeah. And I've done all of them.
What?
I've done all of the PR stunts to 3 stars.
Okay, well, guess I'm going back and playing Forza now for the next 4 days. So that's my life. Thanks, Russ. It's your fault.
You're very welcome.
We're going to beat everyone's scores again because I can't have that. Forza 4, I meticulously made sure I was top of everything. Like, I couldn't just get 3 stars.
I've gone for more of a quantity over quality thing. So I might not have higher scores, but I've just got more scores. So that's better, isn't it?
No.
Yeah.
No. The solution is to have
'Cause it's
all the
more of
cars,
them.
all the scores, and then also, yeah. 4, I got to the point where I was trying to sell tuning loadouts because that's the only way I could get one of the cars that I needed, and I never completed it. Basically, I do not have the time or patience to tune a car in Forza. I want to drive them. So, yeah. Never really happened. There we go.
Yeah.
Are we done? I think we're just wasting people's time now, aren't we?
Yeah, but what else is this?
I mean,
True.
we basically did that from the very beginning. Why stop now?
True.
Oh, because we've wasted.
Yeah, no, I think
an
we're
hours
Oh, I
of
had one more.
people's
So I
time.
had the just getting the goddamn bin award for excellence in escort missions to go to Ashley in Resident Evil 4. And that was me done.
Yeah, I think we're done. That's it.
It's that whole,
Yep.
you're like, oh god, got to get to Ashley. Where's Ashley? And then as soon as you get, you're like, oh, I wish we hadn't got Ashley.
That game would be so much easier without her. Also pointless, but you know.
Yeah. But, I mean, they could easily have done it so that you just rescue her right at the end rather than all the escort stuff.
I think they think that's a good game mechanic, though. That's the feeling I get.
The only really good bit is when there's a bit where she's got to like climb up and turn some switches or something, and you keep getting attacked, but you have to keep switching between close range stuff and then getting your sniper rifle out to take out the people that have picked her up and are trying to carry her off.
That is fun. I'm so excited about the new one as well. Like, it looks like they've done a good job with it.
Yeah, it does look good actually.
Yeah.
Awesome. Right, let's wrap this mother up then.
Well, thank you very much for listening tonight. Dan, are there any other pods going up?
All of them going up this week.
Marveling
I've got a bit of time. So, like, all of the old ones going up this week, including this one. So get excited, because I want to start fresh for our new look, Too Much Time on Our Hands podcast that's coming up.
Nice.
Vaguely new look. It's
anything
not really.
with
We can update the logo and stuff. It's been a while, hasn't it? Yeah,
been a
think
while.
about that.
I mean, Marveling Marvel. Anything happening there?
Nothing
Stop
yet.
Space Marines.
We are, however, all going to cinema together soon, so I'd imagine we'll have some news on that. I think we
Nice.
are anyway.
What are you going to see? Or do you not know yet?
I think Ant-Man. Ant-Man.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I saw Puss in Boots?
Any good?
It's fucking incredible. It is genuinely. It is so fucking good.
Might
go
try and
see-
take.
Go see Puss. Yeah, no, take your kids to go see Puss in Boots. You'll have to answer a lot of
Yeah.
questions about death, but you know it's really really good.
Nice.
That's fine. He's seen dead fish. Try and talk about death. Anyway, if you want to hit us up on the socials, on Twitter, on Instagram,
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans, on Facebook, it's OnlyFans social.
That would
Anyway,
be a very
it's-
very disappointing waste of money, wouldn't it?
Depends what
I
you're
don't know,
after.
Dan's is pretty good. We're
Like,
at
I never show my face.
TMTOOH. Just
Like you can imagine, it's anyone.
Oh, I think a bit of my dinner just came back up.
Literally, it's just like a really like extreme close up, zooming out.
Okay, I'm pressing
Oh,
the end
that's what
button.
it is.
We're ending it. We're ending this. Duncan, get us out
right.
of it.
Okay. Hang on. Right. So all I need to say is Dan's got a lovely grey night. Russ, ta-ra.
Tough with that.
Let's, babes.
Dan, good night or goodbye.
Good night or goodbye. Why can't it be
It's
both?
it's at Big Ginger Hoop at
Both.
OnlyFans.com.
Oh.
right. Let's just go. Goodbye from me, and with that, cue the music.